So with the makeup, going back there, so was it just the hands and the face makeup was all you had?
Oh no, my face.
That's what I said, hands and face.
What else would there be?
I don't know, sometimes they do like all the way there or in the back if something's going to explode. I've never seen The Exorcist, so I don't know.
Oh, no. Nothing explodes. There's no blood. There's no guts.
Okay.
I don't even call it a horror film anymore because of the kind of horror films they make now. I call it a thriller because there is no blood. There is no guts. One person either gets thrown out of the window or not, but you never see it.
Because if you think about it, horror at one time was all left to the imagination.
Yep.
Now it's a slasher where they got to show you everything and leave nothing to the imagination.
And they usually are devoid of plot and devoid of characters.
They're almost like killing your action figures.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. And they do really well opening weekend, and then they die at the box office, and they do very well for a while on DVD.
And they can't figure out why no one remembers them.
Yeah.
Why no one becomes
In fact,
classics.
I was having a friend of mine, having a talk with a friend of mine who does conventions with me, and we were trying to think of what the next generation of convention people would be.
Uh-huh.
And now they don't do them now. Maybe they'll do them when they get old, but I suppose it would be like the Twilight films and the vampire things that's going on now.
Yeah.
But as far as horror, I mean, I can ask you, what classics are being made right now?
None really.
You know, Saw,
But-
that kind of came, they did some conventions kind of,
But the first two Saws are what people talk about, but none beyond that.
right. I mean, they don't talk about Halloween 8 either.
Yeah.
But,
Well, sci-fi's also having the same thing too.
yeah,
You don't see that much in sci-fi on the big screen people talk about or remember.
no, they don't.
The last big talking sci-fi brouhaha was Battlestar Galactica for sci-fi.
And you like that, obviously, because you brought it up twice.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the Star Trek Prologue was good.
Oh, yeah, the new Star Trek
Yeah,
was
I
very
thought that
well
was
done.
wonderful. Very, very well
It
done.
was a balance of a reboot and a continuation of the original movie line.
That is true. That is true. And they had great talent on it.
Yeah, I was surprised, including
His
Leonard
name just
Nimoy.
went out of my head. By the kid who did the lead. He just
shoot.
did a play in Hollywood with Chris No. And I can't think of his
Christopher
name.
Pine.
Yeah.
That's
And he was just fine. And,
And then
talent. I don't think names make a movie necessarily
No,
anymore.
it's
And
talent.
I think Hollywood's figuring
Because
that
I
out
never
too.
expected the guy who played a villain on Heroes to come back and pull an amazing role as Mr. Spock.
Oh, that's Chris Pine played a villain?
No. He was the Captain Kirk, Chris Pine.
Yeah.
But Spock was played by the villain on Heroes.
Oh, that's
the guy
right.
that eats the body parts to get the superpowers.
I've never watched Heroes.
Yeah, he's a creepy villain in there, and then when you see him play Mr. Spock,
That's funny. That's good for him.
yeah,
It's truly good for him.
it's really different in characters too as an actor.
Yeah, it shows a wide range of characters.
Yes. So, what was you like being on General Hospital?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, I have four of my favorite projects, and one was The Exorcist, and one was Helter Skelter.
Helter Skelter, the old movie with about Charlie Manson.
Yeah, I just loved doing that movie.
So who were you in that?
I played a girl that did not go in the murders, so I was not one of the girls. And I actually have the last line in the whole movie where, as you can see by that movie,
Which one is? Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, I'm bald with the swastika, and I say, "What's going to happen to all those people?" And I go, "Death. That's what they're all going to get." It's like the last shot of the movie. But I don't know. I just loved it. I felt really bad for most of those girls. I always felt that if they had walked to the right instead of to the left, if they had never met Charles Manson, they never would have killed anybody.
Yeah.
But it was that moment in time that obviously just totally changed their whole lives. One or two of them was nuts, like Susan Atkins and Squeaky Fromm. They got screw loose. But the other girls were just really nice girls who were just totally lost.
You know what's kind of the irony of it all? Some of our greatest memorable rock and roll hits are wrote by Charlie Manson.
The greatest what hits?
Some rock and roll hits in the 60s and 70s were wrote by Charlie Manson.
No.
Yeah.
They never got out. He wrote songs.
Songs,
but
that's
I
what I'm
don't think
saying.
he ever
Songs.
published
No,
them.
some of them were published by other singers. I was surprised to hear that too.
I gotta look that up because
Yeah.
I mean the ones we sang, and we had scenes sitting around a fireplace.
It's kind of like Neil
They were
Diamond. There are
awful.
songs that you also don't remember about Neil Diamond too. Like I'm a Believer. I didn't even know that Monkey song was his.
Yeah, well that's believable though. But I mean, Charles Manson didn't know how to write.
Yeah, he had a couple of hit songs that for rock and roll too.
I'm gonna have to check.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I have to look that up.
Oh yeah, it's always fun trading factoids. I got to prove you wrong.
Yeah, it was just very sad that those girls even ran into him.
Uh-huh.
You know.
But What about the Planet of the Apes? Your time working with Roddy McDowall, how was that?
Oh, that was fabulous. I mean, I've really been fortunate. I mean, I did Constantine with Keanu Reeves, and Planet of the Apes with Roddy McDowall, and I did a play with Tony Perkins. And I've just worked with wonderful Max Van Sydow in The Exorcist.
Yes.
I just worked with wonderful people in my life, and there are a lot of actors around that are really nice, like Malcolm McDowell, who's handled by my agent and was in Halloween 2, too, of course.
He was also in Star Trek, too.
He's everywhere.
Yes.
What a marvelous man he is. What a terrific guy he is.
Especially since it's like his whole body of work. He actually got more roles older than he did younger, which is interesting.
Oh, his whole career is just like, he's on Heroes, talking about Heroes.
He was there for the first season.
Yeah, he's there this year, too.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Because he died in the first season.
Well, I guess they figured out a way to bring him back.
But then, too, he had regeneration power, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch Heroes, but he's in Entourage.
Is he?
And they brought him back for that, too.
I know he does a lot of voice work, too, for cartoons and TV shows and movies.
Oh, he was working all the time. He does commercials. And
Yeah.
But he's just a really, really nice guy. So is George Romero. My manager handles George Romero.
Have you ever met George Romero?
Many times. We have drunk together. we have drank together? Drunk? Whatever it was, and I said, but I don't drink. Just have a little more. Actually, one of my fondest memories is we sat and watched King Kong, the remake of it, and just dished it. Just dished the whole movie.
You didn't love that thing where they slid across the ice for like 20 minutes?
No, well, that's the funny thing. Every single scene in that movie was 20 minutes too long. And I grew up in New York City, and let me tell you that it took him 20 minutes to get from the theater to Central Park. It doesn't take me 20 minutes to get from the theater to Central Park, and he's King Kong. He could have done it in 2 stabs.
He could have shock-putted the cars with his foot.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it was just horrendous. There was nothing good about it.
The only part I enjoyed is the island.
Naomi Watts?
Which one?
Naomi Watts, did she do that?
She was the Fay Ray character.
Yeah, and she was, I loved it when she was on screen. Otherwise, blah.